everybody. So today is September 1st, and that is Captain Evil's birthday. So Miss Betty and I worked very hard we didn't go nuts, but we did bring in a couple of things, some flowers, some balloons, some cupcakes, just to surprise her. So Betty texted me that she should be here soon. So, okay. Going to have to go through the closet. Okay, so they're coming in. Renae!
Hang on, I'm not on my clothes.
Well, hurry up.
Baby, let me change real quick.
We'll change. Hey! Hey! Renae! Hurry up.
Thank you. I have a present for you too.
Oh, thank you. Happy birthday.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
That's sweet. Mwah. Thank you. I got my big old booty.
Do you really think that I sent you?
I knew you were up to something.
Do you really think that I sent you and Betty shopping without like?
Can I show you what I found? Look at this. How cute is this? No, I'm really excited about it. Hang on.
All right. Well, this is not going.
Okay. Look. How cute are these? They're little ducks for $20. I was like, happy birthday to me.
Do you realize that you literally just lived our joke?
What do you mean?
$20.
Actual retail? No.
What's the actual retail price? Well, what is actual retail price? How about that?
Actual retail price, $75. But people...
They're not $75.
Yes, actual retail price, $75. And then get this,
They're not $75.
People sell them used on Poshmark for $45.
Show me, hold on.
And I don't have my phone, but otherwise I would pull up the Poshmark app and show you.
Baby Doc Martens.
They're full price, $75. And people resell them.
$55.
People resell them used.
$54 at Journeys.
That's used, I'm sure.
No, at Journeys.
No, okay. But people sell them used online for like $40, and I got them for $20.
Dude, it always cracks me up.
I got them for $20.
It always cracks me up when you're doing math and it's in your favor.
Like my age?
It's ridiculous, dude. Like I'll be talking to somebody and somebody will be like, "Hey, how many miles is it to LA?" And I'm like, "Well, from here it's like almost like 1,600. It's actually 1,536." But when she's doing math on...
Wait, are we really recording?
Well, yes.
Yes, everything's recording?
Yeah, the show started. I was expecting more.
What do you mean?
From you. I thought you were going to be like...
Oh, those cupcakes look really good, actually.
Got you. Miss Betty's amazing, by the way.
She is amazing. Behind the scenes, Betty. Yes, this looks awesome.
She is amazing.
The shelves look so good.
I'll be honest with you, she did it all. She helped me. She helped me by.
She said, "Steve, you should put those there."
By saying, "Hey,
Steve, you should make sure to buy those."
We should do something for her birthday. So big thank you to Miss Betty.
It looks great.
Well,
look at that cupcake.
Happy birthday, honey.
I want a bite of each one.
And they're the fancy ones. They're the
they
fancy,
look fancy,
delicious, full sugar, full everything.
The real deal.
Gluten to the max, like everything. But I'll be honest with you. I was expecting oh my God, you probably knew.
Well, I can tell when you're up to something. I mean, you surprised me with my sister. It was here a couple weeks ago. And that was a surprise. And I was on to that too. I could tell.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. Road manager Timmy said something about Rebecca, and I was like,
oh yeah, well Timmy.
Why is road manager Timmy talking about my sister?
Yeah. He's like, dumbass was like, hey, so when am I supposed to pick up Becca at the airport? I'm like, guy, shut up.
No, and when I knew something was up too, is you were like, I talked to Rick, we're gonna film on Wednesday instead of Tuesday, and I was like, Wednesday's my birthday. I was like, I have a feeling.
That's why you played along with going shopping and doing the
Well, of course I'm going to play along with going shopping.
Anyway, look, happy birthday.
That was...
I thought you texted you or emailed you saying I had meetings on Tuesday.
Yeah,
I did, but still.
A little bit. We got you a little bit.
You did. You got me a little bit.
Me and Rick were scheming on the phone because, Rick's an important man, so it's hard to get him anyway. So I thought, okay, if Rick says he's available Wednesday, then that's how.
Yes, but then I noticed you had a phone call with Rick and you were talking outside.
Yeah,
and so I was
outside.
like,
no, I always talk. Renee thinks that I'm trying to like have conversations without her because she's a woman and she always thinks that there's ulterior motives.
No, that's not true.
No, I enjoy being outside. Like when I'm having a conversation, especially at the new house, I like being in the backyard.
Yeah.
And there's usually deer back there, and it is a dream come true backyard, and I enjoy being out there having a conversation, sitting on my chair. Right. So Renee thinks, well, why are you going outside? Because I enjoy it. Like I don't.
No, I know you enjoy it, but I also feel like usually you have conversations with Rick, and like I'm privy to most of those conversations.
I don't hide anything from you.
No,
there's no special codes on my social media.
Which is why I think I catch on to surprises quickly, because you're so transparent with everything.
I'm honest. So let's have a regular episode, even though I
should we take the really cute mini docs off the table? They're not a sponsor. Until they're a sponsor, no docs on the table.
I was really trying. You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank
and
you.
I think we should keep that dress
Okay.
From the rental. And somebody was asking, several people have asked where you rent your bullshit. And they wanted to know.
They're not a sponsor either.
But they wanted to know if you had like a link or something.
Oh yeah, I have a link I can share.
Share it.
Okay.
People ask. Go.
Yeah. We'll put it. Well, it's like a link that they click on. So maybe we can put
share
it in the
it. Why
description
is it
of the
gotta be a
podcast.
thing? Just tell them what the link is.
It's not like I don't have like a link. Like if I share my link, they get $10 off. I get $10 off. We all share it.
Okay, so share your link right now. What is that link?
I can't. That's what I'm telling you. It's like a bunch of letters and numbers. Like it's a unique, weird code.
I don't like your attitude on a day that I tried to surprise you. But so we're gonna have a regular episode now that I was expecting more, but it is what it is.
Baby, you just bought me a house. Not that the flowers aren't nice, but you just bought me a house. That was the big surprise.
I'm still in shock.
Yeah,
and I don't want to talk about it, but
I know.
because I always feel like a dick. So I do want to talk about Goliad.
Okay.
Schroeder Hall. Schroeder. They corrected me.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
So we were saying it wrong the entire time.
Schroeder Hall in Goliad, Texas. It is the second oldest honky-tonk in the country that has continuously ran.
Yeah.
And
survived COVID.
You know, in high school, I would go there to see different acts. You know, I remember seeing Clinton Black there. And it was just this really cool, you know, kind of run down honky tonk.
Yeah.
And it just has the feel. And
in high school, weren't you like underage?
no,
How'd you get to a bar in high
they
school?
would have like all ages concerts.
Oh, gotcha.
Back
Okay.
then.
Yeah.
You know, and then usually the GP Wildcats would get in a fight and then we'd all have to leave, is usually how it would go down. But, you know, it's one of those dance halls that you always heard about that everybody plays, you know, kind of like Green Hall. But to me, Green Hall has become Disney, right? Green in that area has become Disney. It's become...
Well, Disney's a stretch, but I understand what you're saying.
It's very, very like...
caters to the tourists, for sure.
Very touristy. The people at the hall kind of have a pompous attitude now because they're
I was
Green
just talking
Hall,
with someone about that. Yeah.
You know, and to find Schroeder Hall, and the owners are very, very sweet people.
Yeah.
And very welcoming, and it still feels very, very Texas.
Yeah.
Now, we've talked about how much we love Goliad.
I was going to say, where is it exactly?
It is about 20 minutes from Goliad and about 20 minutes from Victoria, Texas.
So it's not in an actual town?
No, it's out in
town?
the boonies,
Okay.
right? Again, you know, like Green Hall, this was a ranch mess hall for a huge ranch where they would have events and people come in, and that was their watering hole on this old time ranch, right?
Yeah.
So and then it became, you know, once the ranch is separated, and you know, it became kind of a destination to go see musical acts, right? So I would highly suggest looking at their schedule, finding somebody that you might want to go see with your wife.
Yeah.
Spinning the day in Goliad, and going out to Schroeder Hall for a nice evening.
Yeah.
You know, going.
It's so weird to hear you call it Schroeder Hall, because we've been calling it Schroeder Hall, and every time I'm like, that's not right.
So,
it's not right.
So go enjoy real Texas. You know, not green. I mean, green's great.
Green is great. If you've never done green, green is
great. And if
great.
you've never done green, do green. But if you've gone to green 50 times,
yeah,
and you like what green stands for, you know,
yeah,
then go see what green was probably 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
That's Goliad.
So I was just so honored to be the first comedian to perform on that stage. Not only to perform, to sell it out. And I always feel, and not that other crowds aren't appreciative, there's just a sense of, and I heard it throughout the night, I can't believe you came here.
Yeah.
I can't believe somebody like you would come here, and whatever that means.
Right.
Right. So it was just awesome to be there. And then, oh my gosh, what a schedule.
How was the, how were they having comedy? Like running a comedy show in a venue that's not made for comedy? How was that?
It was awesome. I mean, you know, the low ceilings, big stage, sound was great. We completely sold it out. So there was humans everywhere.
So they set up tables and chairs on the dance floor, essentially?
Yes, on the dance. Well, they put rows of chairs, and then on the sides there was like VIP tables. But it was awesome. And I know, because I know that other comedians are watching me.
Yes.
Right.
They're going to do some more comedy there?
Well, of course, right? There's several comedians that I'll go find a new venue to do stand up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're calling and they're getting
these venues too, right, now that they realize how much easier it is handling one comedian than like a whole band, or two bands, an opening band.
I'm happy for these comedians, and I'm happy that you know, they're able to find a new venue because of me. However, I'm just proud that I was the first.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, to be on such a historic stage.
In such a special venue.
I mean, Willie Nelson and George Strait, and you know, Randy plays there, Roger plays there, you know. You look in the wall, and you know, there's pictures of all these famous artists that have toured over the years through there. It's a stepping stone for some, and it is a staple for others, where they play there all the time. You know, so it was awesome. But gosh, what a schedule we had, man! I drove to Goliad, which is 2.5 hours from me.
Yeah. I don't even know what time you got home, because I was passed out.
I got home about 1 a.m. and then I had to leave the house to fly out of Austin, which, by the way,
at 4, you told me, Renae, set the alarm on your phone so I don't oversleep, to make sure I wake up.
And Rick, I don't know if it's Austin or what, the worst TSA in the country.
Oh, they're kind of sticklers there.
Not that they're sticklers.
They're just like kind of by the book.
They're rude. They're slow. They're not friendly. They're at times aggressive.
Well, that's LAX too, though.
So okay. First of all, I get here at 1 o'clock. Right. I'm 40 minutes from Austin, so my flight is at 6 a.m. I got to leave here at 4 a.m. I haul ass from here at 4 a.m. I'm very, very tired. Right.
Yeah.
I get there, and I'm putting the thing in, and the lady. You're
putting the thing in. What's the thing?
The luggage on the deal.
Oh, to go through the X-ray.
The lady goes to push all the luggage down the thing, and one of the little bins flew out and hit me. Right, and it hit me, and it fell on the ground, and then I pick it up and I hand it to her.
Was it one of your bins, or it had someone else's stuff in it?
No, it was an empty one.
Oh.
You know, it might have had like 2 things. It wasn't mine.
Yeah.
So it hits me. I pick it up and I give it to her, and I go, "Hey, I go, excuse you," and then she goes, "Excuse me?" I go, "You hit me," and she goes, "So?" And I'm like, I go, "Oh, welcome to Austin," right? And then I'm going through, and by the way, I fly out of this airport almost every single week. Every single week.
Yeah.
Never, my bag never gets
Checked?
Checked.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, my bag's being checked. And I turn around, and this chick is staring at me. Like, almost to let me know, I did this to you.
Yeah.
I did this to you. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm praying to God for patience. I'm like, God, please, like, because all I can think about is I just want to get on the plane.
Yeah.
And I just want to close my eyes. I'm so tired, right? Because I have to be in Albuquerque.
Did you have anything in your bag, though? Like an accidental
Nothing.
Oops? No?
And I told the guy, I go, I'm sorry. I travel literally with the same shit every week. Same jeans, same shirts.
In the washer, back in the
same toiletry bag. Like, and he goes, oh, every week, huh? So then he's a dick. And I'm just like, come on, dude. Like, so then he checks it and they swab it and, do the whole thing. And then what really made me up, like, he just threw all my shit back in there. Like, I've been through TSA where they've had to check it and they're always very careful, right? With your foldage.
Respectful, yeah.
And it throws my shit back in there and he goes, well, I guess you're right, every week. And then and I'm just like, I already think you guys are dicks. And now I really think you guys are dicks. And I don't know if it's Austin.
Thank you for proving me right, and I'm going to talk about it on my podcast.
Well, and I don't know if it's specifically that team or the leadership, or whatever it is. Rick, you fly out of Austin. Do you find that to be similar situation?
Oh, yeah, all the time, yeah.
Do you find that they're slower and more rude?
Yeah, actually, I flew 2 weeks ago, 100% agree with you. Small airports, it's easy, but the amount of, like, just meanness there.
It's unbelievable.
So it is.
And yeah, they literally do not give a shit. They don't care that there's not a smile on their face. They are rude.
But no one regulates TSA. And like, I feel like even if you complain, because we've had issues where like we have like spoken to the manager of TSA and they don't really care either. They're like
Corpus Christi's like that too.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the culture of whoever leads the TSA, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Or is it?
Because we have been through like some TSAs where Garrett gets like a little sticker badge because he went through like such a pro.
All the
so they give him a little TSA sticker.
All the time. I mean, I fly through every airport in the country, and 90% of them, the TSA is very respectful, very nice, very informative.
Pleasant reminders of what to take out.
Trying to keep the line going so that it's not a pain in the ass. So I get on the plane, I fly to Albuquerque, and by the way, and I probably shouldn't say this because I'm afraid to say this because they love their town.
I was going to say, you are afraid to say something? I don't know that I've ever heard that phrase before. That might be a first for this.
I don't want to ruin Albuquerque like people have ruined Texas by talking about how great we are. Dude, Albuquerque was beautiful.
I don't think I've ever been to Albuquerque.
It was clean. It was a real city. The architecture was fantastic. The traffic was...
The architecture, really?
Yes,
yeah.
the traffic, the culture,
The traffic, like, is
there
manageable?
was no traffic.
It's manageable.
Manageable,
It's a manageable
easy.
city.
People were friendly. The hotel I stayed in was the second property that Mr. Hilton bought.
Oh, that's cool.
Literal second hotel.
And is it just like to the nines?
It's beautiful. And they kept it the way it was back in the 1930s or whenever he bought it. Great hotel room, great staff. I get there and I'm like, man, I'm going to sleep. And then,
the dark hotel curtains.
And then the limo driver and Joe, the guy that was taking care of me, he goes, hey, buddy, we'll pick you up in a couple hours so that you can go meet and greet everybody. And I'm like, 2 hours? I've slept 2 hours. So he picks me up. We go. We do the thing. I put a smile on my face because I'm very happy to be there.
Yes.
And I'm getting paid to be there. And then I go back and he goes, okay, by the way, it's 2 o'clock. He goes, 3 o'clock, we're picking you up to go do an early dinner. And then,
how early is this dinner?
And then you have sound check. And then at 5 o'clock. So my day is like full, dude. But the people were so nice. And it was a fundraiser.
Oh, I didn't realize that. It was a fundraiser.
It was a fundraiser. And it was really cool, too, because, there was a really cool feeling because they're like, well, last year we had Jay Leno. And the year before that, we had so-and-so. And it was like celebrity after celebrity. And they go, and everybody wanted you this year. And I was like, wow, like to be considered for something like this. And they go, but, you know, it's COVID still here. And you're going to get the outdoor drive-in show where everybody's in cars.
That's so
and it's
hard
so hard
to do stand-up.
But they did a really good job because they had the stage and they had the huge drive-in
The screen,
right? And a free, oh, by the way, everybody was so pro and they cared so much about their cause. They were raising money for single moms who are either abused or find themselves as drug addicts to help them.
So like a women's crisis center kind of thing?
Kind of a women's crisis center. And I just thought, man, you know, I spend so much time with the veterans and raising money for veterans, which I'm very proud to do. So to be involved with something like this, and then I always feel like, oh, I don't want to just be the comedian.
Right.
I want to help.
How else do we help?
How can I help, right?
Yeah.
Well, oh, and by the way, they're doing a 50s, 60s theme because it's a movie theater, right? A drive-in. All the staff is dressed up really freaking cool. And they all look awesome.
Like rockabilly and poodle skirts kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cute.
And they were all so professional and so gung-ho and so happy to now be putting on an event. A storm rolls through. No. Wind, rain, and I'm in my trailer. I know that sounds horrible right now. I'm in my trailer, Rick. I'll be in my trailer. I'm in the trailer. They come knock on the door and they're like, Steve, it's going to be postponed. And... postponed for later.
Oh,
we're hoping that the storm goes through.
We'll pass through.
And they go, cars are leaving. So I run out there, and there's a microphone that feeds everybody's car through a radio station.
Okay.
And I just start cracking jokes, right? I just start, like, you know, talking to the people in the cars and just trying to keep them engaged and and also letting them know, like, hey guys, this is happening. We're doing this.
Yeah.
And there was a news reporter there, and I need to get her name because she was such a pro, man. And she just followed me on Twitter. She might have a crush on me. Why do you laugh like that?
You know, what's not to love, baby? Everyone has a crush on you. You're America's favorite husband.
Thank you. Amanda Armenta is her name.
Good name.
And she is a local news person in Albuquerque. Such a pro.
Yeah.
And she went up there, and I'm talking wind, and the rain's coming at her, like we're all getting wet. And she went up there, and she did her thing, man. I mean, she was so professional. And then at one point, they're coming up to me, and they're going... hey, maybe you should do 30 minutes instead of, you know, your 40. And I go, look, guys, I'm here to do whatever you guys want me to do. You know, I go, as a matter of fact, if we need to completely reschedule, I will honor my commitment and I will find another day, no extra charge, to come out and make up. And they go, no, just do your 30 minutes. It went so well that the guys, everybody, all the people that were on staff were standing in front, laughing, having a good time, and he's like, just keep going.
Did the storm clear, or did you...
A little.
So you performed through some elements?
It was still very, very windy. I finally get back to the hotel to get some sleep. My AC's broken.
Well, just go outside.
And I call the front desk, and I go, I don't know if it's the thermostat or what, but my AC's not working.
You're going to have it slept in 2 days.
I go, can I get another room? And she was like, Mr. Trevino, I'm sorry. There are no other rooms. We'll send the maintenance guy to go look at it. So now I have to wait up for the maintenance guy to find out that he can't fix it. And I end up just laying there. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't 90 in there.
Right.
It was probably like 78. You know, and I'm just laying on the bed, like no covers, because I'm fat, trying to go to bed. And then I'm flying out. I got to get picked up at 4 a.m. again.
To get home.
To my beautiful wife and my kids.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a rough
couple of days.
But it was rewarding, and I'm really glad that I did it. Rick, I think I might want to film my next special at Schroeder Hall. I think it would look amazing. I already scouted it. I mean, we're going to have some issues with some sight lines because there's poles right down the middle.
Of course, we're going to run into some issues.
But that's not my problem. I'll watch Rick freak out about it. Yeah, perfect. But it was very rewarding and worth doing, and that's what I wanted to talk about.
I hope they raised some money.
They did. As a matter of fact, they had this, which I thought was really cool because it kind of gave me a little bit of anxiety. It was fun to watch. They had this like thermometer where they were trying to reach a cash goal of $25,000. And then you would he goes, we got 10 minutes to raise $25,000. And then you would see like people dinging in and the little, thermometer going up. And then I was on the microphone like 10 more thousand and 5 more thousand.
And then everyone in their cars.
Yeah, everybody's in their cars. And then you see their name pop up, and we ended up reaching the goal of 25,000 in addition to they sold all the cars and all the cool stuff. So it was really cool. Now, what's going on in our life?
What's going on in our life? I didn't tell you this, but
oh shit.
No, I just want to hijack this episode since it's my birthday. I can do that.
It's my birthday and I do what I want to. Pretty much like every other day of the week. 365 days a year.
No, I just want to make a public service announcement to mamas because I feel like lately I've been getting messages like you and I talked about this, how people are like, I don't know how you do it, Renae. And you're like, what about me? How come I don't get any credit?
Rick.
So
So you're going to do a shout out to the mamas?
To both. I want to say thank you to you because you do your crazy travel schedules. Last weekend, that schedule was insane. And you came back and you were super dad and we
Rick,
had people over.
I put in 12 hours a day. 12 hours a day. I have hung every picture, every painting where she wants it.
I was just singing your praises so that you don't have to.
No.
You can't even
but what I'm going to say.
Thank you, I love you, and I appreciate you.
What I'm going to say is, so we had some friends over to hang out, and have a little snack and the kids get together. And literally all the moms are like, Renae, how do you do it? Renae, you're amazing. Like I'm standing there.
And it really rubs Steve the wrong way.
Well, no, because I'm waiting for Renae to be like, well, Steve does help a lot.
No,
I'm waiting for that to happen. And then Renae's just fixing her hair.
No, that is not true. They said that to you. They didn't say it to me.
It's an impossible task, but I do make it work with a husband who makes shitty jokes about me and goes on the road. Somehow I find a way.
No, I just wanted to say there are lots of people who have helped and gotten us through the last couple of weeks. Behind the scenes, Betty, a road manager, Timmy has been here like every day.
Oh, Timmy's been amazing, man. And Timmy, Timmy has his own schedule. And, lately he's just been showing up at the house and helping out with little things that I can't get to.
And Kyle White was here for very long days,
about Kyle,
helping us move in.
How much he helped us too. So
and I feel like, and I don't know if it's because it's my birthday, but I kind of feel like I'm getting back to myself. Delilah's been sleeping better in this house than I anticipated her to. And I had a girlfriend who stopped me for a minute. So this one is for the mamas. I had a girlfriend who stopped me for a minute and she said, when we were like in the thick of it, and she's like, Renae, you're doing a lot, and sleep deprivation is a very real thing. And whether your child is 9 months and not sleeping, or whether you're like her child and is 2 years old and still not sleeping through the night, like for all the mamas out there, it's a real thing and it's hard. And I hear you and I feel you, and we do it with a village. That's how we do it.
It is hard, and the older Garrett gets, the harder it is to, really navigate. One, are we doing the right things?
Oh, yeah.
Two, I always tell people all the time, and my philosophy is that you have to give your kids a chance to succeed. And yelling at your kids, spanking your kids, doesn't lead to success.
Yeah.
Because Garrett is 5 going on 6.
I bet you're gonna say 5 going on 40.
Well, you have to be aware that hey, his battery is only so big, and he has a lot going on. He's exhausted.
Oh, yeah, because we talked about him starting kinder last week.
He's exhausted at the end of the day. He's having somewhat of a meltdown.
He's wiped.
Well, because he's having a meltdown, if I yell at him, if I spank him,
It just spirals out of control.
it just spirals out of control.
Yeah.
Right? And there is no acknowledgement of, hey, dude, you're tired.
And it is hard adjusting to this schedule.
Right. So I don't give him something to do to correct that evening. I mean, don't get me wrong. I talk to him and I say, hey, this is not acceptable behavior and this is not how we act. And, you know, I always put it on him. You know, I always go, hey, do you think this is how you should be acting?
Yeah.
And most of the time he says, well, no. That's always been my philosophy, is make him responsible for him.
Yeah.
I don't ever say you're embarrassed.
Especially now that he's in kinder, it's like very apparent that he is responsible for him. He's going to have to be. We're not there.
I don't buy into the you're embarrassing me right now.
Even though sometimes he is.
He is, but at the end of the day, I'm not the one acting that way.
Right.
He is. And I make him aware that you're the one acting this way, and you have to ask yourself, Garrett, is this how you want to act? And 99% of the times he goes, no. And I'm like, okay, well, we need to work on that.
Yeah.
So I put him to bed
But poor guy has been so tired. He knows he doesn't want to act that way, but he still can't get it together.
So, you know, in the morning, then I put him to bed early so that I know that he gets his full rest. Then the next day I go, hey, these are the things that you need to do today to show me that you're doing better, that you want to do better.
Yeah.
Right. And I think a lot of parents, you know, their kid's tired and moody, and then they get mad and angry and
they're tired.
Right. They're tired.
I'm tired. Yeah.
And you lose patience, and now you're yelling at your kid, and your kid's spiraling out of control, and it just leads to worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's like, hey, dude, the kid's 6, 5.
Yeah.
Let's give him a break tonight. Let's put him to bed so that tomorrow he's now rested and there are no excuses, and now he can succeed.
Oh, and God bless those kindergarten teachers.
Oh my gosh. And
I think week 2 has to be harder than week 1, because then the lack of sleep and just really has to catch up with them this week.
Well, and we also backed off on the extracurricular activities that first week. You know, we backed off on jujitsu. We backed off on play dates.
To kind of ease them into it.
That first weekend, last weekend, you decided, you know what? I'm going to let him be lazy. Yeah. Let him lounge around the house so that he can then...
So that I can be lazy and lounge around the house.
Yeah, he can then catch back up. But it's been really cool. Which, by the way, was I laughing so hard yesterday?
Oh, were you talking about this teaching moment where you were like, I'm going to write a joke about this because it was something we've been working on with Garrett, and then...
I always tell Renae, Rick, that you have to find moments and be aware of those moments, that those are teaching moments.
Right.
That these are moments that you can set an example, or you can
seize that opportunity.
Seize the opportunity to teach a lesson, and you have to be quick, and you got to be able to see that, okay, here's a lesson to be taught, right?
Right.
So
you are much quicker than I am.
On the day that we're talking about where he had a meltdown, several kids came to the house. Garrett wanted to be the leader. Garrett likes to be the leader. Garrett does very, very well
when everyone lets him lead.
When they let him lead, much like Mama. Well, Rick, he's freaking out because the other kids are not into...
They're not listening to how he is explaining the game.
Well, they want to play the game their way, and Garrett...
They just want to play.
And it's 3 against 1. So I pulled Garrett aside and I said, hey, Garrett, sometimes when others want to do something else, instead of insisting you do things your way, you then join them. And then Renae comes and enforces that. Yes, Garrett. You don't, if other people want to do something else, you join them. You don't then insist your way.
Yeah. Oh, they won't listen to me.
So we're all in the car. We go get soccer cleats at Academy.
Yeah.
And across the street from Academy, there is a Panda Express and a Sonic.
Yes.
And I go, guys, what do we want to eat and take home? Garrett goes, Sonic. I go, you know what, Garrett?
Because he wants a sugary drink with nerds in it when we're already talking about our child being tired and needing to go to sleep.
I go, Garrett, you know what, man? I haven't had Sonic in a long time. I also want Sonic. And then Renae goes, well, I want Panda. So take me to Panda.
No, that is not what
That's
I
what
said.
happened.
That is your impression of me.
And I looked at you and I'm like, hey, I don't want to do, we all want to do Sonic.
No, Garrett wanted to eat Panda Express, but he wanted this sugary drink from Sonic.
Stop trying to defend yourself. So
I am trying to
Rick,
defend myself.
the lesson the day before that we were trying to teach, Renae then enforced his side of the. Well, no, I want. So now
We go to both.
I'm in a drive-through for Sonic, and then I got to get in the drive-through for Captain Evil over here so that she can get her Panda Express. And I'm thinking to myself, Garrett, he's never gonna learn. He's gonna be like, "What are you talking about? That's what Mom does." Like, so it was really funny, and I got to write.
Steve's writing a joke in his head about it.
Yeah, I got to figure out how I'm gonna tell that joke because that is really, really funny. It is really funny. But the first, I got to admit, I'm a pretty macho guy.
Uh-huh.
I got a little emotional, and it was at Meet the Teacher. I don't know if I said
You
that.
talked about this last week, that you wasn't dropping off at kindergarten that you got emotional. It was we talked about it, about Meet the Teacher.
Well, and
But he's done good, for those of you who asked. Garrett's been doing well in kindergarten. He adjusted well. I think he needed that. I think he needed the structure and back in school with other
absolutely
kids.
needed the structure, and I'm really proud of him because he's very insistent in that he wants to be in the gifted and talented.
Yeah.
And he's willing to work for it. We talked about that.
Yeah,
We're willing
because he wants me to post a picture of him on my Instagram.
Yeah.
He said he knows he can't have one of his own, but would I post it on mine?
But he's been doing very, very well, and I'm really proud of him. But there is a moment where you're like, man, he's not that little boy anymore.
Oh, I cried yesterday on my Google Home, like my Google Pick albums pop up, and there were two side by side of me and him, just the two of us, on like the adventures we would go on when we would travel. And he's not that like little boy that goes on adventures with his mom
and not only
anymore.
that, to watch him try to be cool. Like
Swag, that's his new word. I'm swag.
I'm swag. I gotta be swag, and he's got this kind of like strut to him, Dad, I ran the basketball court at.
Oh my God, he looks like me, but he acts like you.
He's like, I ran the basketball court at recess, and I felt bad because there's a couple guys I had to sit out. And I'm like, dude, you're a little shit, man. I just miss this little innocent.
Yes, I do too.
Not trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Now he cares what he wears.
Yeah.
Which is weird and not too bad. It's not crazy.
He just really he wants to pick it out. I can't just throw some clothes out for him. I have to give him two choices and let him decide.
Yeah, and I want these shoes.
Yeah.
But I mean, we all go through it, and my goal is to make sure that he doesn't make that his identity. We've talked about that.
I don't think he does. I think he places value in other places. And the fact that he's swag.
Well, and he's also learned because we are very insistent on manners. We are very insistent on yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, please, and thank yous. That's very, very important to me, and I'm on his ass all the time.
And he has picked up on the fact that if he uses them, people take notice and they mention it.
Oh yeah. So literally, when we walk in to meet the teacher, and he goes, "Yes, ma'am." And she goes,
"Ooh, what good manners!"
She goes, "Oh, what good manners!" And you see it in his face, like,
you
got
see that,
this
Mom?
bitch.
You see it?
I got her.
Yeah.
I got her. So it's been exciting and fun all at the same time. And we're finally settling in.
We went on a day date today because Garrett was in school.
Yes, Garrett was in school, and he rides the bus, and Mr. Travis calls me up and he goes, "Man," he's like, I didn't want to have my son on the bus. We pick him up.
Oh, I got to tell you what another mom told me about being on the bus.
But he's like, he wants to be on the bus so bad. He's like, is it bad? And I'm like, no. I mean, the cool thing is that most of the kids that Garrett rides the bus with,
we know a lot of them.
We know most of them.
From the neighborhood.
They're all from the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And actually, there's two that are our neighbors. There's our old neighbor's kids.
Yeah.
So he rides the bus with other kids.
Well,
too.
listen, I just want to prepare you for the fact that this year I will probably make a big deal out of Christmas and annoy the shit out of you, because one of the other moms told me that on the school bus, she said her son is not riding the school bus because the thing she learned on the school bus was she learned Santa is not real and she learned about blowjobs.
Blowjobs?
Yes, on the school bus. So after she said that, I was like,
Well, all right. So what did we learn?
So Garrett has to sit in the front of the bus.
That's where the real education is on the bus. Rick, do your kids take the bus? Yeah? Have they learned have they come home with some things?
Have they learned Santa is not real and blowjobs?
Well, they're older. His kids probably know Santa's not real.
Yeah.
Do they know Santa?
Totally.
Yeah. His kids are older.
Yeah.
But
in Kinder, kids still think like Santa's real, right? Give me one more Christmas. One more good Christmas.
well, and he also already got an invitation for a party,
Yes.
which, by the way, Peter Piper, he loves it.
His favorite.
His favorite. And it's like these parties now. I'm like, God, geez, Renae, like, what's next? Are we going to hand kids puppies at these parties? It's insane.
Can we? No, I'm kidding.
It is insane.
Dolphins, baby, dolphins. I'm working on a dolphin for Delilah's second birthday.
And
I'm kidding.
this week, we are making a huge announcement. The tickets are going to go on sale for The Mirage December 9th in Las Vegas. Look, guys.
I know you are so excited. I'm so excited for you.
I've always wanted to be a nationally touring stand-up comedian on a big level.
Yeah.
And all that's coming true.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy and humbled to be doing the clubs that I do. But Vegas, as you know,
Yeah.
one of my favorite towns. And it's show business. And
Yeah.
I finally get to headline The Mirage. And guys, we got to sell it out. We all got to meet in Vegas. Renae and I get there Monday.
Yeah.
Because we have to be prepared.
Yes.
And we're also...
I need a few days to shop before your show.
Yes, and we're also talking about maybe even doing a podcast from Vegas.
Yes, we're trying to figure out the logistics of it all.
And hopefully, maybe, if producer Rick is any good at his job, we will get some cool people on the podcast. And by the way, so before COVID...
Rick and Gigi were supposed to come to Vegas.
Yes, and we were already talking about it, and Rick was ready to do it. Gigi was ready to do it. And then you had the tickets. They had the plane tickets. It was happening, and then COVID happened. So, and that's the bummer about Rick and Gigi and our relationship. Is we have a very good relationship.
Yes.
And we enjoy each other.
Yes.
We have a lot in common. We are...
but we're also busy working. We don't get to just be social.
Right. We don't get to just hang out.
Yeah.
And Rick lives probably an hour from us.
Yeah.
So it makes it hard with them having kids and us having kids and lives to hang out. And that's another reason that I love Vegas, because you do get that hang time.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Couple fun adult time. Yeah.
You get to have drinks. You get to hang out.
Yeah.
You're not worried about the kids. Nobody's driving. Because there's also that when we go out, it's, well, who's going to drive? Are you going to drive? Am I going to drive? Or what are we doing? So Vegas is one of those places where, we can hang out all night, not worried about waking up super early.
The night doesn't have to end. We can keep going.
Which is, I learned that lesson. My first partying in Vegas, I'm like, why am I freaking wasted right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's because they didn't cut me off.
Yeah.
And it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been drinking for 8 hours straight. I have put in a full work day of drinking Crown. That's a problem. But I'm very excited. And maybe Rick will bite the leg. I don't know. We talked about it. And
Rick, people are still saying they really want to see who is this producer Rick guy.
But the problem is that Rick's a giant.
Oh, he can probably hold back a lot.
That's what I mean. So how much do we give him? I don't know the dosage for a man twice
Rick
my
might need
size.
more than the leg.
He might need more than the leg. So we're very excited, the Mirage, and because it was your birthday, and I was trying to surprise you, that didn't work. We forgot to talk about Aztec Chevrolet.
Oh yes.
We forgot to talk about
Our
Aztec Chevrolet.
good friends at Aztec Chevy.
How much we love them. if you're gonna buy a vehicle, especially nowadays, it doesn't matter where you are. The guys at Aztec Chevrolet will work to find you the vehicle that you want.
Yeah.
And they will go out of their way to take care of you. So give them a shot. Old Salt Coffee, which we have right here, oldsaltcoffee.com, veteran owned, veteran operated. I want you to go there. You're going to drink coffee anyway, Trevino 10.
Yes.
And very quickly, and I'm not going to dive into it, and I want to make it very clear that this is not political.
Okay.
One of the 13 U.S. members of our military that passed away in Afghanistan, I'm proud to say that when we raised pies for Thanksgiving,
When we did the pie in the face challenge.
we fed one of them. And we love you. We're thinking about you. God bless America and the U.S. Army.
Our hearts go out to their
Navy,
families.
Marines, all the people out there. Our hearts go out to you. Know that people do care, and we love you. Now, with that being said, I have a special surprise for you. Miss Betty, are you listening? Where's Miss Betty?
What? I thought this was a surprise.
No, let me call Miss Betty in here. I know poor Miss Betty's got her hands full with Delilah.
Y'all, she is like on the move. That child does not sit still. I think in one day she like hit her head 3 times. I'm seriously considering putting a helmet on my child.
Where's Miss Betty? So we have something very special for you. Miss Betty, come in here.
It's in the office.
Oh, it's
We're
in there.
In the office. Oh.
Can you bring it in, Miss Betty? Okay, I'll get it. I'll get it if you have Delilah. I just wanted Betty on here because, she's so good to us.
You gotta close that door. I think it blocks the camera. Now I'm nervous. I thought this was a surprise. You're gonna pop out of a cake.
Happy birthday to you. Turn off the fan. Stupid fan. Oh, stupid fan.
Oh.
Okay, baby, blow.
There we go. I got it. It wasn't
No, the fan helped you.
Thank you, love. Thank
You're
you
very-
much.
you're
And
very
thank
welcome.
You guys for all the sweet birthday wishes. I appreciate it. I'm feeling very, very loved, and I'm incredibly blessed.
I also got you. Let me get this out of here because it's going to be going nuts. So, this thing is going to be going for 3 months straight.
No, I got one for Steve for his birthday. We threw it in the trash can.
We told the story.
And I go and I open it up, and it's still going off 3 days later.
We told the story.
Is this mine?
Yes, hold on. Wait for me.
Okay.
Okay. Open it up. I got you a very special gift. Put the microphone so you can talk too.
Okay.
I got you a very special gift. This stupid thing in the background.
Buc-ee's.
I went to Buc-ee's
Your favorite
and
place to shop for gifts.
I got you some very special gifts. Some very special gifts.
What is this?
Oh, that's mine. That's
a
mine.
shirt that says Dad?
That's mine.
Okay.
I was also shopping at Buc-ee's.
a come and take it.
Oh, that's also mine. That's also mine.
At first it was folded. I thought it was a crop top. I was like,
No, that's also mine.
Okay.
That's also mine.
Okay, what
Sorry,
is this?
I put my shit in there too.
Is this how I gift shop? What is this?
That is for you.
Salty to the bone.
Salty to the bone. That is for you.
And what is this?
That's also for you.
It says lazy one on the tag.
It's for you. So it's a nightgown. And what does it say?
Fetching tired.
Fetching tired. I thought that would be perfect for you. And I will be honest with you, Renae.
Huh?
I fall in love with you every day,
Oh, baby,
more
I
and
love
more.
you.
And I love you, and I hope you had a wonderful birthday.
I did, thank
But
you.
I need to ask you.
I feel
I need to
very, very
ask you a question.
Holy cow, you did not.
Will you marry me again?
I will, but I'm afraid to lose it. Yes, I will. I love you.
I don't know if it fits.
It does fit my fat finger. It does. Thank you, my
It's
love.
not the big replacement that we talked about,
Yes.
but it is very
It
real.
makes me sad that I lost mine.
It is
but
very
thank
real.
You so much. It's
and
very
and I
beautiful.
know that you always talked about having just a little something that you could wear
Yes.
that is not your wedding ring, like a little wedding band. So I got that for you.
I love you.
So will you marry me again or no?
I would marry you over and over and over and over again.
I love you very much.
I love you. You're stuck with me.
You fucking lose that ring and it is really over. It is really over.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You like it?
I love it. Thank you.
So we'll go together to take it back and buy you what you really want.
No, I love it. Thank you, doll. Thank you.
So did you see that shit coming?
No, I did not see that coming. Especially because I just told him yesterday. I said, will you, because I could tell he was upset that I wasn't wearing a ring. You were like, I just think you need to be wearing something. And I was afraid to wear anything. I said, will you just buy me a big fat cubic zirconia? Like, just buy me a big fat fake ring, because I am afraid to lose it again.
Her, she loves big and fat. I'll tell you what.
Little and fat. I like little and fat.
What? Oh, now you're going to try to fix it? It was really cool. And I went in to get that for you. Uh-huh. And one of the girls there was like, oh my God, I'm starstruck. And I literally looked behind me. And she was like, you're Steve Trevino. And are you buying this for Captain Evil? She lost her ring.
Oh.
Are you? So she helped me, and we ended up taking a picture together. But it's always so very weird to me to hear people say stuff like, "Oh, I'm starstruck."
I thought you were going to say to hear that damn candle still going off in the background.
Well, we have cupcakes and cake to eat. I love you so very much.
Thank you, baby. I love you.
And you look beautiful.
Thank you.
And I'm glad the ring fits. And I mean it. You won't hurt my feelings if you want to go back.
No, I don't want to go back. It's beautiful.
And pick something up. Let me see.
It's beautiful. Thank you. It fits. It's beautiful.
I love you.
Love you.
That is another episode of Steve Trevino on the Captain Evil podcast. Please come out to our shows. I need
Oxnard this weekend. We're going. The whole family traveling with two.
Captain Evil's very, very expensive. And
I thought you were going to say I'm very excited. I'm excited to be going to Oxnard.
Once again, guys, there is no us without you. Thank you so much for being with my wife and I on this crazy, crazy life of ours. Bye.